Yeah. They ain't believe me when I told them crypto was the future. Now they trying to get in, but it's too late. We've been stacking Marbitz since day one. No banks, no middlemen, just power moves. Let's get it. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Let me tell you, I didn't call last night, and I certainly did not call today. Let me tell you, what a wild 24 hours in the crypto markets. Is this more to come? If you guys have been staying up to date with me on TikTok, I've been dropping the alpha all day as this market has been absolutely wild. And I mean literally wild. So yeah, pretty interesting markets. I'm going to break down exactly what's going on, where I think is going to happen, what some stuff's going on in the background that no one else is talking about, that I'm going to have for you live and direct, coming at you like AJ Tracy does. I'm going to have that right here on the channel, as well as everything else going on in the markets. The big question on everyone's mind is this the run to new all-time highs? Maybe. We're going to talk it and break it down and do all the good stuff that we normally do on the channel, so I'm excited about it. We're also getting into a massive announcement from the Fed that all of this kind of Iran, Israel, and the US stuff, the Fed quietly just changed a bit of policy, which is super bullish for crypto markets, as well as everything else. I mean, it's literally one of the most bullish 24 hours we've had ever, outside of the fact that there is basically a war going on. Pretty crazy if you ask me. So yeah, we will see exactly what happens. But the market is warming up. It very much feels like it's going up. Even Dr. Profit, the gigantic flip-flopping lunatic, has flip-flopped. I mean, what a surprise. Anyway, we'll break it all down and get into it in tonight's episode. As always, do you think we'll pump? Hey, Feyenoord, I think we are pumping, baby. So yeah, we'll talk about it as the show goes on. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Also, don't forget, tap the screen, share this far and wide. Let's get people in here, because people need to know what the hell's going on, because it is wild out there. With that being said, let's get a link to a few people. Tim, welcome. Craig's here. Good to see you both. What's going on? Glenn's here. Vio. Why does I call you Vio? Blazer X here. Foz is here as well. Vern, what's going on, buddy? Welcome. RPM's here. Good to see you. I don't know why I click on your names. You can't see me clicking on it. No, yeah, anyway. Tomato Pete's here. Good to see you, Mr. Holmes. Welcome. Curtis in the house. Matthew, what's going on to it? It's all gravy, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. AC3 says, why the malfunction? We'll talk about that. As well as 37, Mark Haynes is here. Mark Noby, the legend that is. TikTok Alpha, no drops in TG or X. It's just a bit harder to drop it on TG and X. Not as in literally, I've just been covering the news on TikTok. It's dead easy to do on there. And I'm trying to build out the community over there. And yes, I did post on X. So yeah, there we go. RPM says Federal Reserve ends reputational risk oversight easing crypto banking restrictions. Oh, shit. We'll talk about that as we go through. Daniel Stewart says, holy snicky, I made it on time. Let's get it, baby. So welcome. And then we've also got Brad's here. Sean's here. Welcome to you both. Jumping in live, as well as Feyenoord's here live on TikTok as well. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're all having a great day. We're going to get into all of what's going on in the markets, as you would expect. So as always, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all of that good stuff. Let's tap the screen. Let's lock some likes in. Let's get into it. But it has been a wild day. And I mean literally one of the craziest days I think I've seen in the crypto markets for the longest time. A massive dump 24 hours ago. We were absolutely heading to zero. Markets panicking. Everyone thought that this was it. And then we subsequently have seen a gigantic reversal, even while we heard the news that Iran was going to go and attack the US air bases in Oman and UAE. The markets were like, shut the hell up. Like, we're going to just pump to oblivion. There is a couple of things going on, though, that we do need to be mindful of, and we will walk through what those look like, just to make sure that you're as educated or you are up to speed as much as you can be. Again, these are risk assets, and we can never be 100% certain. What we can do, though, is try to work and trying to understand a little bit as to sort of where it all plays out, and then what we should be doing next. Should we be long in the market? Is there a short in play? Is this the end? Are we going higher? All of that we will try and answer in tonight's live stream. All I would ask is you hit the like button, is you hit the share button if you want to tap the screen and do all that kind of good stuff. In particular, where we get on here on TikTok, that would be great. It massively helps out the channel. We want to obviously make sure that people are aware of what's going on. And like I said, some people are like crazy people are kind of just freaking out, but it's going to be absolutely fine. Breaking news, by the way, look at this. It says Donald Trump says Iran has officially responded to our obliteration of their nuclear facility with a very weak response, which we expected and very effectively countered. There have been 14 missiles fired, 13 were knocked down, and 1 was set free because it was not heading in the north region direction. I'm pleased to report that no Americans were harmed and hardly any damage was done. Most importantly, they've gotten it all out of their system, and there will be hopefully no further hit. I want to thank Iran for giving us early notice, which made it possible for no lives to be lost and nobody to be injured. Perhaps Iran can now proceed to peace and harmony in the region, and I will enthusiastically encourage Israel to do the same. Thank you for attention to this matter. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. It's kind of wild, isn't it, that Iran are like, hey, just a quick one. We're going to attack these couple of sites. Just to let you know, if you want to move some people out, probably give you about 6 hours. Allegedly, and the big rumor here is that apparently Trump let the Iranians know he was coming on the nuclear base. I don't believe that for a second, but apparently they were evacuated. So this could all just be a big, this could all just be a big thing. I think that's probably the safest way to put it. But anyway, it looks like we could be in for some more potential upside, which, look, is great news. I think we're all super bullish on what that looks like. So anyway, this is kind of where the market's gone. Dumperino, we're now pumping back up to the upside, which is good news. On pretty much every metric, by the way, we are now starting to proceed to the upside. There are some key levels we do need to break. If we would take a look at the hash ribbons, by the way, which is obviously important, this is the bottom loaned at around the 100-day EMA. We did actually bounce off that and are now pushing back up. The 50-day EMA, it'd be nice to break that. And then if we get another day of upside momentum tomorrow, we could see this flipping green, which absolutely therefore would push us back to the upside. Even if you were to say, well, 2-bit, what does the Fibonacci retracement look like? 103,247, the price we're looking to break at the 0.382 would be a bullish indicator. So keep your eyes on that. The 382 is a good news story. If we were to close, we talked a little bit about this last night. And equally then, if we can hold above the 382 Fibonacci, could set us up for a pretty interesting day as we walk into tomorrow, particularly where we get these hashing ribbons. So 2.06% up on BTC, shook loads of shorts out, loads of longs out, liquidated loads of people, and then everyone just kind of gets on with the day. Pretty crazy if you ask me. Rory Smith, what's going on? Dr. Fishing is in the house. Welcome. Welcome to you guys. I hope you're doing well. Like I said, do me a favor, tap the screen, lock on some likes. Would appreciate it if we can rock on up to 10,000 likes. That would be great, by the way. Curtis says, Harlem was expecting it, to be honest. At the end of the day, it shouldn't affect it. True. I know Iran known and the president known. It's about, yeah, allegedly true. Curtis says, I say live notice, but gives time to stop the mid-air. True. Thought this was the year I'll make money when crypto. Tell us about it. Beebs. Let's go on to Dars here as well. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, we will certainly keep very close to this, as I think it will continue to move, but it's certainly going to be pretty interesting. So Bitcoin, in my opinion, is looking very bullish and definitely upside momentum with lots of positive news coming out. Altcoin markets, not quite as bullish. However, still 2.9% up. We touched on this yesterday. Looks like a nice bounce off the bottom. That 1.01 trillion level that we talked about here looks like we are bouncing back to the upside. We need to continue this. 1.1 trillion is going to be the key number that we're looking for a potential push back above. That's going to signal a solid move. And again, the Fed adding assets to their balance sheet, over $3.9 billion now, adding this week. Pretty interesting. Now, Ethereum at 3.7. Solana moves 6%. That's a good news story. Zebek, obviously, I unfortunately have sold all my Zebek, up 17% on the day. Some nice little movers. I actually did buy a couple of dips. I bought some Aethia. Thank you, Vern. I bought some Zebek. I bought some... What else did I buy? I feel like I bought something else. Well, just DCAing on some positions before actually, when the market was like proper down, I was like, okay, I either long there, so I'm going to buy some spot bags. So I bought some spot bags. Jasmine gets an 8% move on the day, which is great news as well. Aethia, yeah, Aethia was down. I thought to myself, do you know what? I can bring my DCA price down a little bit. I might as well chance my arm and see what happens. Maybe a bad move, but we'll see. Whiffs up 8. Clearpool up around 14%, as well as a number of meme coins moving. Now, the big story of the day, look at this. This is the price of oil. It looks like a rugged meme coin right now, which is kind of wild to think about. But this is the price of oil. And this is kind of why people are so bullish. Obviously, with the Iranians doing the kind of retaliation they did, which was pretty pants, let's just call it that. The fact everyone was like, they aren't going to be able to close any straight off. No, right, like, we're going in, we're taking what we want, and no one's going to care. And this is why we've seen just an absolute plunge of the price of oil, which is obviously driving the markets up. You see people are diving into crypto markets, which is bullish news. Now, you could always say, well, it could be a fake out. It is worth thinking about, but I think there's some key levels that if we break, it then doesn't become a fake out. So, hey, Fern, thank you so much. Look at Fern crushing the gifts. The community feast. Thank you so much, my man. Appreciate it. Does help out the channel. Helps us grow here on TikTok, which we're trying to do. So if anyone does want to, feel free, tap the screen, lock a follow in, do all that good stuff. I would hugely appreciate your time. And if you've got any questions, feel free to drop in the chat as well. I'll try and answer as many as I possibly can as to exactly what is going on in this market. You also seen USDC and USDT moving back up. The stock market probably looks set for a move. Now, if you remember last night, I said the futures market looked pretty bullish. And we got a solid move this morning. And then obviously we got the nervousness that it was like, oh my God, here comes Iran. They're going to obliterate loads of US bases. Then they didn't. No one cares. Again, now we move back to the upside. I think what will be really positive is if there was like a ceasefire or a stop the kind of war thing, or Iran was like, all right, cool, yeah, we want to come to the table. Netanyahu's like, yeah, okay, fine, let's do it. Putin flies in. He's like, look, we're done with Zelensky. And everyone just like does like a weird high five in. Everyone's like, no war, go. And then we're off to about 160K. But I mean, we'll have to see if that happens or not. But I'm hopeful. I am hopeful. Maybe we can just get them all on the channel and be like, right, Vlad, the hell's going on, bro? Come on. Sort this shit out. We need to get this market cooking. All right. Got to pay some bills here. Anyway. Bought my Solana to exchange for Zebek, then pumped again. Nice. Like it. I'm not giving a breath of relief until 10.42 something for BTC. Okay, 104. I get it, Justin. Yeah, I get that. I could dial into that number for sure. For sure, tomorrow is supposed to be a hot day. Is it really? Daniel says, I saw one BTC a few days ago, but holding all my other cryptos, including 3.21 BTC. That is left. It is quite scary watching drop of 40 to 60K overnight. No more selling until the end of the year. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. Trump really hit Iran hard, apparently. Yeah, that's rough. The same here, Tim. Stupid hot last few days. All good. All good. I'm always bullish on Tim Shea. John Shays in the house says, too big, get them phoned on the channel. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And Killian Martin says, get my Jasmine pumping. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. Algorand's up 6. H-Bar, we talked about this the other day. Someone was panicking about selling it, and we were like, oh, I don't know if that's a good idea, bro. Anyway, they didn't. So good news. XRP back up at 207 as well. So lots of good news in the markets. Lots of stuff to be positive about, as well as many countries now around the world are diving big time into Bitcoin. You see it every single day. More and more people are like, holy crap, I need to get some. Even down to some of the smaller coins. Oh my God, Vern. Vern just chucking the roses like he's some sort of G. Thank you so much, Banan. Appreciate that. You absolute Legonian. So yeah, appreciate that. 80% of the live goal is completed. Celebrate the moment. Let's go. Thanks to Vern. You absolute hero. I appreciate you. Vern, we need to get back and do another live TikTok show at some point. We should do that this week. So look how many companies are now invested. You got Metaplanet, Tesla, CleanSpark, Galaxy Digital, even down to things like Nano Labs, Alliance Resource. They bought more Bitcoin today. Pretty interesting. Many of these, 18 companies increased their Bitcoin treasuries. Top 100 companies now hold more than 834,000 Bitcoin. And we know Trump Media bought more today, around another 40 million or something on top of their $2.1 billion. Pretty crazy, yeah? Pretty crazy. Lots of solid sentiments. Like I said, this was obviously the news that came from Mr. Trumperino. And then the big debate. And I'm curious what you guys think. Chuck your answers in the chat. Also, let me know what you think. Stop the Creed. Welcome to the live. Thank you so much for the gifts. Appreciate it. Do you think M2 matters? Do you think this is just a delay? Do you think we've slightly decoupled? Do you think we're going down? Or do you think we catch the move and start to pump one up again? I'm not sure. This is a 70-day delay. I'd be curious to see what it looks like with a 100-day delay. But interesting, M2 topped 6 months after BTC in 22 and bottomed almost a year after BTC in 23. Since M2 basically only trends up, Bitcoin is likely correlated with it when it's also trending up and not correlated when it isn't. Don't expect BTC and M2 to perfectly move together. Bitcoin isn't that simple. And I think that's fair to say. Yep, it's windy. Nope, still bearish. April lows will be visited, in my opinion. Wow. Okay. April. That is crazy. So you think we could wick down to mid-70s, like 75K? Okay, bro. I mean, I hope you're not right, but I could see it. I could see it. Again, I guess if look, I don't necessarily think it's controversial. I think you have an opinion. I think that's a good thing, but I think something bad would have to happen. So like some sort of crazy mass Iran war missile launch, something crazy, I think would have to be a big event. To drop us 30K. I think would be a big thing. But anyway, not out of the realms of possibility. Let's hope that doesn't happen at all. Apparently some of the comments got filtered, but it doesn't look like they are. So, Vern, I don't know if you're modding it up like an absolute J. Hope you are. Rest of the altcoins we talked a little bit about. Again, nothing too crazy. You got 10% on Jasmine. Nice little move there. Near Protocol's up and many others are having a good news story. Now, also, Titan of Crypto, if you remember, we talked about this yesterday. BTC closed above the key confluence zone. The bulls defended this level with precision. The weekly close looks solid. Obviously, we've got 6 days and 5 hours left until we close this, but very important that we actually see this more positive momentum to the upside, which again is good news. Chad, what's going on? Welcome to the live. So this all is still playing out, very much optimistic. We're still very much bullish on what's going on in the market, and I, for one, I'm absolutely in a good news place. I agree with April lows. Daniel Street. Wow. I went to on H by Jasmine, Ondo, XLM, XLM. Nice, John Shaw. I like those purchases. Traders taking profits. So no such thing as a fake out. So dumb. Okay. Good input. Good input. I don't feel the so dumb bit's necessary. I don't feel that's necessary. Big nah for me. Nah, the substance justified to move like that. Yeah, true. Based on the alien invasion, Holmes. Anyway, keep your eyes on this. And then I just want to call out, not that I hate this individual, but it's always fun when people just are wrong. And don't forget, I've been wrong sometimes, definitely. But Dr. Profit says, Bitcoin almost regained the golden line. Close the daily candle above would cancel all bearish thesis. Placing stop losses at entry at 103 to avoid any loss. Keeps short open, but it's going to close if touching entry. This on the back, by the way, of Dr. Profit being absolutely the most bearish individual in the world that called the top, dumped everything, and he was absolutely convinced we are going down. The next big leg down is just a matter of time. 4 hours ago. That aged well, didn't it? That aged well. The bearish plan I shared with you, the region of 108, the first continuous down. Yep, that aged well as well. Big moves happening as we speak against the Iranian response directly against the US. The short position remains fully open. This will definitely lead to another leg down and more uncertainty in the markets. Okay, guys, might change my mind. It's like, yeah, probably tomorrow I'll be like, I called the bottom. I went long from 103 when I knew that Iran's missile defense was not going to be any good. It's like, shut the hell up. I don't even know why I follow this person. I think it's probably for a bit of fun. And then just to double down on everything, by the way, if today wasn't a crazy enough day as it was, and today wasn't like absolutely wild, the Federal Reserve just officially revoked reputational risk for Bitcoin and crypto banking. The board has stated that the process of reviewing and removing references to reputational risk is from supervisory materials, including examination manuals, and where appropriate, replacing those references with more specific discussions of financial risk. The board will train examiners to help ensure this change is implemented consistently across the board, supervised banks, and will work with other federal bank and regulatory agencies to promote consistent practices as necessary. This change does not alter the board's expectation that banks maintain strong risk management to ensure safety and soundness and compliance with law and regulation, nor is it intended to impact whether or how the board supervised banks use the concept of professional risk. Basically, it means that they can be a bit riskier. That is in a nutshell what it means. So good news. What about Pepe? Yeah, I mean, look, I'm still pretty bullish on Pepe. I'm not going to lie. I still think that has a big move. And the reality is Bitcoin's the only thing that's moved in a minute. Altcoins haven't. So that's why I still say that meme coins still have a chance. I look at the charts. BTC put in a lower high when compared to gold at supposedly all-time high. Was it? I feel like it was a higher low, not a lower high. No, maybe. Yeah, no, you're right. Actually, you're right. Lower high. Yeah. Yeah, the problem you've got, I think, with some of this is obviously the whole geopolitical thing is a bit of a challenge. But yeah, BTC loves 2-bit voice. We're pumping, baby. Yeah, 103,500 on its way to 104. Let's wreck the shorts, baby. I'm down for it. And hopefully this all plays out exactly as we expect. So good news. Pepe will be fine. I think so as well. X-Mine, what's going on? Hit the like button. That makes the price of BTC go up. I don't know the rules. Exactly. My longs are currently up 450. Pump it 2-bit. I'm trying, bro. I'm absolutely trying. You guys hit the like button and we're probably going to be all right. 2-bit, I'm mentally with all this new government crypto. Hey, stick around, hit the subscribe button, hit that follow button. Don't forget, turn your notification bell on, and I got you covered. All right, stick around on this channel. I got you covered, bro. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Hit repeats itself. Institutional dump in October or late September, then parabolic move will be in. Do you think? Interesting. One thing to note, by the way, with all the geopolitical tension that we did have, $4.2 billion worth of inflows and outflows on the total ETF markets. Now I know what you're thinking. 2-bit, what does that look like for a total accumulation? Well, guess what? Everyone bought more Bitcoin, except Grayscale, which always dumps anyway. But yeah, BlackRock, not too much. They kind of went, ooh, I'm not sure about the market. Well, let's wait and see. Boom. Okay, let's buy another 450 or BTC. Fidelity buying BlackRock. Grayscale buying as well on their mini, which obviously has been buying for a while. Interesting, Valkyrie Bitcoin Fund chunking a chunk of change in. Ethereum ones, not so much. We actually see a little bit of negative movement on the Ethereum ones. Not crazy amounts, down about $11.3 million. So again, not crazy, but still positive. If you ask me, institutional money still flowing into the markets. However you feel about it, they're still buying, which tells me they got more movement to come. 103,600 right now on BTC. So BTC is on the move right now. We'll do that. It looks a little bit more like a moon mission, which is all good. And I, for one, am enjoying this nice little move right now. So good news. Bitcoin surges amid geopolitical easing. Crypto key players involved. So market shift due to geopolitical tension easing. Obviously, that could quickly change. We have to be careful about that. But Trump administration allegedly informed by Israeli officials about Iran's intentions against the Al-Ued in Qatar. This forewarning allowed the coordinated diplomatic efforts of migrated tensions. Iran State TV announced the operation, confirming the planned military agreement. Now, what's also interesting, hey, Solana back up. Yeah, Solana's moving as well. Sol's moving very well, actually. It's nearly 8%, 141. So feeling pretty optimistic out there in the market. But I think what's important to reference here is that, Iran's shown their hand. It doesn't really then warrant much more on the back of it. You've obviously got Qatar that kind of came in and was like, holy shit, like, don't you ever throw missiles over us again. You've got the UAE that's just like, oh, let's just close some airspace and like not worry about it for a little bit. I think all is very strategic, all very played out. And it's, maybe it's all a bit for sure and we just kind of move on now. And, if we can close at 104, that would be insane. That would be a mega move today. 103,700 Bitcoin is on the march. We could see 104 here, which would be the craziest, probably one of the craziest days I think I've ever seen in my life when it comes to markets. And I've been around since 2017. Pretty crazy. Also, Iran's missile strike in the US base eases market fears. Like I said, Iran strikes lead to the 4% drop in oil, which is, by the way, still plummeting. Oil is just look at this, it's nearly 6%. It's absolutely fucked. Oil is absolutely completely tanking its ass off. I shouldn't laugh, but this is great news, by the way, because if oil comes down, that means markets are like, yeah, this is it, baby. Let's go to the freaking moon. So fingers crossed we can continue this, but Bitcoin is definitely pushing right now. Great news. Again, obviously, we'll keep close to this. It does feel a little bit like it's kind of done, but we'll see. All right, we'll see what happens with this. Now, this is kind of why it's important to think about Bitcoin rebounded as oil retreats despite the US strike on Iran. Lots of people were obviously a bit like, oh my God, let's hope that we can still get some oil. Now everyone can get some oil. No one cares, right? Everyone's like, all right, let's move it. Top crypto simply doing 99K over the weekend. US forces struck 3 key nuclear sites. We don't need to go over this. We kind of know it. This is obviously the key bit which we're looking at is the price of crude oil is descending and absolutely dumping, which is great news. WIF is up 20%, bro. Mate, let's get it. Doesn't that mean 99p per litre? Not unless you're in the UK, it doesn't. You pay about 500% tax. Madness see the recovery happen during missiles flying all over. We got crazy pumps when all comes down. That's true. That's true. I forgot I bought a few Solanium this morning too. 100 quid a coin. That's bullish. Nice, John. Great shout. Zebek, Tony. Yeah, it's moving a little bit. Just here to smash the like button before I turn in. Mad love to all. Colin, you absolute legend. We appreciate you. Noodles, what's going on? Welcome to the live. We appreciate you. TAI is flying. Good post from Trump Trust. Yeah, Ali G, it looks very, very optimistic out there as we continue to keep an eye on what's going on with oil prices and easing global tensions. We're all about it. We're all about it. And this could come out pretty soon as well. Imagine this, that Texas could potentially invest up to $2.1 billion in Bitcoin if all allocates 10% of its treasury fund. Now, we don't know the specific numbers, but this could be pretty crazy if it come in. Don't forget, Saylor bought more Bitcoin today as well, over $23 million. So he stacked his bags at the dump price, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. Normally, Saylor just buys whenever he wants, but he actually bought on a dump. So obviously, while everything was going on, this Fed passed this new statement, which I think is important, the reputational risk in audit materials. And we sort of touched on this at the start of the show. It's very bullish. I think certainly you are potentially going to now see a little bit more happening in terms of global banks and more importantly, US banks, maybe even custodying crypto. What's interesting when you think about this though, JP Morgan already front run this. They're already there. They've got blockchain. They've got a potential stable coin coming. You know, when you watch JP Morgan, and I've always said this, do what they do, not what they say. Pretty interesting as that kind of plays out. So yeah, good news. And then look, let's just touch on why this geopolitical escalation could propel Bitcoin to a new high. And right now it kind of feels like it is moving exactly like we thought, albeit I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I knew the market was going to pump today because I didn't. I was cacking my pants yesterday. I thought we were going to zero. But anyway, Sailor pumped SWC today. Did he? I don't think that's true, Andrew Gibson. I think you might be lying to me. How did Sailor pump SWC? If you can tell me exactly how he did it, I will literally bring it right up on the screen right now. But I kind of feel like you might not be telling me the truth. Lara, what's going on? Welcome to the live. Appreciate it. Thank you so much indeed. So yeah, the fact that if everything just calms down, if everyone's like, okay, we're done with being crazy in the markets, let's just ease it off. Let's all just kind of get along. We might see Bitcoin absolutely skyrocket. Absolutely skyrocket. As we can currently see, Bitcoin is now pushing 103,850. As oil is now, where's oil at now? Man, it's $65 a barrel. That's pretty crazy. Imagine oil dipped to $60 a barrel. That would be pretty crazy as well. But like we said, we could absolutely see, according to analysts, the crypto market's sharp drop in the US strikes reflect panic and long position liquidations and should not be seen as an indicator of shift in investment center. And we've talked about this before, by the way, and I'm going to show you something that I think is important because this should tell you everything that you need to know. And again, you've got to understand, like I always say, if you understand why the market is dumping, really? Andrew Gibson, he tweeted it. He tweeted about SWC. Fair play. Fair play. Here's the point I was going to make. If the sentiment doesn't change, i.e. new regulation or something kind of crazy comes in or whatever, right? Some sort of nonsense. That's sentimental change when it comes to the markets. If it's just like geopolitical stuff, you kind of go, well, it's not the end of the world. Have you seen this? I put like some weird filter on it. I need to change this because it's freaking me out a little bit. I put like a weird filter on TikTok and it's making my like teeth go like super crazy white. And I don't know how to turn it off. How do I change it off? Oh, I don't even know. I'm sorry. Sorry, people. Sorry, people. You'd have to just deal with my incredibly white teeth unless you are on YouTube, and then you can't see my incredibly white teeth that aren't that white anyway. So, like I said, when it comes to kind of this whole movement, if nothing changes, then you kind of go, well, who really cares? Like, who really cares? And I think we absolutely have talked about this metric a long time as well, and it's exactly the same as it has been for a while, is that the people that dumped and that FOMO'd out of positions are the short-term holders. You are not seeing that in the long-term bags. And I can absolutely, by the way, prove this to you by showing you this. So obviously we see the current, the price push down yesterday as we kind of went into the weekend. What we can see is accumulation though in the short term on long-term holders. It actually is continuing up from that Wednesday, June 18th, which if you correlate to the markets, we actually see a downtrend from June 18th. So June 18th is here. Look, we actually since then have gone down a significant amount by well over 8%. So markets go down. Long-term holders say, well, this is a great opportunity to buy more Bitcoin. Like, what the hell? Why am I going to buy more? And this is where we talk about this sentiment not really changing. So I think this is important to think about. The long-term holders are still dialed in. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely, really, really key to think about as that all kind of plays out and plays through. So yeah, good news. In my opinion, anyway. In my opinion, Tobias says, calm down, have a cup of tea. I already have. Killian says, all these projects need liquidity, so they're going to bump. Let's go. Every war pumps the markets after a small pullback. Yeah, that's true. That is actually true as well. Crackerjack, what's going on? Legendary says, so are the floodgates finally open? Again, like I said yesterday, I wouldn't be going sort of crazy on any sort of massive trade play or out super crazy, but I think it's always worthwhile just sort of waiting and seeing what's happening. But we certainly could be in for a little bit more tasty market moves. If Bitcoin can keep pushing, a close at 104 would be pretty crazy if you ask me. That would be pretty crazy. Don't forget, by the way, tap the like button if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button. We're nearly at 85 people on YouTube. And we got about 10, 11 people here on TikTok as well. So do me a favor, keep tapping that screen, locking those likes, people, and hit that follow button as well. Let's give you guys something for being here. Let's give you a little bit of a treasure box. Remember, all you got to do is tap that little treasure box, grab yourself some coins. I'd appreciate it. That's just my way of saying thank you so much. Also, if you want to support the channel, here is some little things you can do by clicking on this and helping out as well. So if you want to do all that kind of good stuff, then feel free. And if you want to join our subscription paid service, we drop alpha reports and much more in there. It is a couple of bucks if you're interested. You don't have to do. We're here every night. They'll bring you all the latest and greatest, as we are for you guys as well. So shout out to you guys. Right. Good news. Let's keep an eye dead quick on BTC. It does feel like we are really starting to try and push a little bit. Then we'll get into a little bit of DeFi. If you guys have got any questions, then feel free to shoot them in the chat. I've not sold a single crypto, but I'm not paying tax. Guys, what's up? What do you think of GraphTube? I don't know too much about it, to be honest, to give a valid view, although I feel like I've heard people talk about it in a very reasonably positive light. So there's the worst answer in the world, but that's probably where I'm at with it right now. Get the Mari's music on to celebrate us being back. You know it, Killian. What's going on, poor man? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome. We appreciate you being here as always. So yeah, good news. Good news. XDC versus Quant. Where's your money? Man, I think I'd have to go Quant personally, but yeah, I'd have to go Quant. SWC front page Financial Times yesterday. What? All right. What is SWC? Am I kind of being crazy here? Hold on a minute. Where am I going to go to find this? SWC. I feel like you're going to tell me what it is. What is SWC? Anyone want to tell me? Anyone want to tell me what it is? SWC says Star Wars culture. Someone tell me what it is. I don't know what it is. I apologize. I apologize, by the way. Bad news. Bad news. I just realized they didn't post the live stream as well, which is kind of annoying. Oops. There we go. All good, bro. Just thought I'd ask. Yeah, no dramas, John. Like I said, I definitely feel like I've heard about it. A smart web company. Why have I never heard of that? Are they the ones that have bought some... Did they buy crypto? They bought recently or something. Is it the UK-based one? Kind of feel like maybe it is, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but yeah, shout out to you guys. Yeah, okay, yeah. So they bought more Bitcoin. Oh, fair enough. I could definitely see Sailor tweeting about that now. Actually, I can. Yeah, they bought, what did they buy? Like 20 million or something, I think. Yeah, I do know what you're talking about now. I do know what you're talking about. I don't know much about it, but yeah, I do know that it's a UK-based company and they did buy more Bitcoin. So pretty interesting. They will have been on that first slide I put on. So where are we at now? 103,873. I mean, it's insane, isn't it? To think this market move like it has. Absolutely wild. Crazy, if you ask me. GRT is the tech behind Dex tools. Nice. Nice. 420's in the house. It's good on 420. Good to see you, man. Cheese Tim, I popped in for the notification. I don't have any though. Oh, John, what the hell? Hey, PME's in the building. Says I'm here exploding with flavor. Oh, it's hit 1 billion market cap. Holy Christ. Nice. There's definitely an appetite for Bitcoin, isn't there? Definitely an appetite. Bitcoin treasury companies, people getting into it. You don't have to look at X or the news. So many companies right now are buying into Bitcoin, adding to balance sheets. It just needs that one big one, Meta or Amazon or Microsoft or someone. I mean, not even Microsoft because Bill Gates, but someone like Meta could absolutely, and they were always what my money was on. So, you know, let's pump the market, everybody. Tap that screen. If we can get to about, 5,000 likes, I reckon Bitcoin could break 104. Also, don't forget, we're at nearly 90 viewers on YouTube. Hit the like button. Only 40 of you have liked the stream so far. I get it. Some of you don't like it. That's fine. Do me a favor, though. Just tap that. And also, guys, if you're on TikTok, you want to support me, we're going to need a few more things here. And I don't know what happens when we hit this, but if you want to help me out, then that would be great. Thank you so much. Tube, if you continue to pump, I need you to do overtime. It does cost, Curtis. It costs. So, yeah. I'm down for it, though. Hey, if we can keep this market moving, then I'm all good. I'm all for it. Aquis, check it out. SWC. Yeah, I'll have to have a look and see what's going on. I did definitely see them buying Bitcoin, though. So, yeah, shout out to those. Shout out to those people. Hey, 37's in that house. What's going on, my man? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome. We're pumping the price of BTC by tapping that screen, locking in those likes, and hitting that subscribe button. Let's go. I'll give you half my long two, but hey, let's bullish. Let's bullish. I hope that's not some, some euphemism for something else. Nice, Andrew Gibson. Hey, I'm all about people making those gains. All about it, baby. So congratulations. Love that. Right. Okay. We've done that, and we've done that. Good news. Nothing coming down. We just want to keep it with Bitcoin right now. Let's hope we see another little push. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. Looking very bullish. Look at this. The low, 99,728. and then on the move up. Hey, 37, thank you so much, buddy. Thank you, appreciate that. I don't know what we've got left in here. Can I see that? I'm not really sure what's in there, but anyway, shout out to 37, bringing it in fresh right now. Thank you so much for the hearts. I appreciate it. It does help out the channel as well. So yeah, but put it back in your pants. Curtis, you're feeling a bit better. Curtis is loving life right now. He wasn't feeling it yesterday, but everyone's feeling a little bit more bullish. Yeah, I agree, mate. I've put most of my cash in others anyway. Just need XRP to do the business for me. The rest is just a bonus. Yeah, XRP, we're there for it. We're absolutely there for it. We're still in move. Look, I still think we've got some very optimistic moves out there. I mean, look at some of these. Casper at 12%. Sui, 10%. Man, I knew I should have bought that yesterday. I was saying about buying Sui yesterday. Zebek now 16%. Jasmy, 11%. Alts are moving, which is good news. With 14%. AIOZ is now moving. Fetch AI. Clearpool. It is some good news stories out there. While Bitcoin continues to look very optimistic, altcoin finally moving back up 4%. Actually, the altcoin market really performing well. 1.09 trillion. Good news. Let's see all of this continue to move, which is good news. Hey, AI Rocket Crypto, thank you so much for sharing the live. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Render, Super Prime, and AOZ. Yeah, AOZ, we were in the investment group. The other three, not so much, but yeah. Don't forget, by the way, if you can share the live, that's how we get more and more people in here. We're trying to build the best community out there, as well as you guys here on YouTube as well. Just says, I don't feel the love yet. Injective up 15 on a day, down 15 on the week. Pyth, the story is even worse. Yeah. Look, it's a definite crypto thing, isn't it? We celebrate today with a move of, 4%. I think what's important about today, though, is that we were down nearly 2%. Like, got to understand, if you take just the last 24 hours, we've moved what? Nearly 4.5%. That is a big move. That is big capital flowing into the market, which gives me real optimism going into kind of tomorrow. Fingers crossed. We're obviously on a bit of a knife edge still, but yeah. What up, driving to the airport? Sardinia, here we come. Bobby, I love the fact you're going to the airport and you just jumped on the live stream. I absolutely love that. I love that. So yeah, Sardinia, nice, bro. Nice, I like it. It's all about getting that holiday in. Get the holiday in. Right. Let's bring up some DeFi players. Not that we got much on here. Kita, we talked about this other day. Now up 37%. Jeez. I look like Beaver a little bit. Nice little move on that one if you got into that one. Fog, if you are into it. I don't know if you are, but again, called that in the alpha group on TikTok. So shout out to those guys. XPR up 23%. That one looking bullish as well. $32 million market cap. Nice little move. And then Marbitz still sitting at around that $203,000 market cap. If you're interested on the update, I did post it in the TG yesterday, so go and listen to that. Hopefully, and I keep saying this, but hopefully the web is up tomorrow. That's going to be good news. And also, we're revamping 2bitcrypto.co.uk as well, so that's going to get revamped. And hopefully we then can start to, kind of culminate a couple of things and see where we go with it. So keep your eyes peeled for sure as to how that all plays out. But yeah, so far so good in the markets. Obviously, we're keen to that. Haven't seen anything too crazy going on here. Lots of top-end ones, by the way. Ski Mask moving a little bit now. This back up 32%, $42 million market cap. We're not seeing anything new coming out right now. I see a couple of these kind of old school ones that have, come back in again. People kind of moving into them. But yeah, we'll see kind of how it all plays out on the DeFi space. But nothing crazy going on. Nothing crazy going on. Right. Thanks to a bit, like button is working. Hey, Mark Noby, close the long eye open when the show started, up 69%. Let's go. Bullish on you guys for sure. Trump thanks Iran for giving notice to the attacks. Yeah, we talked about that. Crazy. Anyone getting Pengu penguins? Oh man, we talked about that a while back. I'm not sure about it. Not sure about it, to be honest. I'm fed up with the idiots messing up my crypto portfolio. Leave my crypto alone. Yeah, no, tell me about it. I'm on a plane 33,000 feet, baby. Mark Noby, no way. Are you actually on a plane now? Like right now, you're on a plane. That'd be pretty crazy if you are. So yeah, but shout out to everybody. We're nearly at 5,000 likes, so go ahead. Hit the like button, everybody. If you could support the channel, that would be great. I really, really appreciate it. Again, if you do want to support the work and you want to grow with us here on TikTok, there is some ways you can kind of help out. We need to do 4 things, and I don't know what they are, and I'd quite like to do it. So if anyone does want to support me, or just, I think it's literally like, it costs next to nothing, I think, like about 3 cents. So if you want to do it and help me out, that'd be great. If you don't worry about it. I'm down to shop Pengu to hell again, just for Get it, Justin. I like it. I like it. I need to Google Millipedo. Okay, good news. Yeah, playing his Wi-Fi is working great. That's wild. That's wild. Playing Wi-Fi. Who would have thought that, hey? Who would have thought that? Okay. So Bitcoin just taking a little bit of a cool off at the top. We're not seeing anything come in. Let's just keep an eye on what's going on in the wider markets. We'll make sure that there is nothing kind of too crazy going on out there. We want to make sure that we're all over it. Again, all there is coming out is this kind of news from Trump and kind of thanking Iran for what they've done. Hopefully that is the end. Oh, Trump just tweeted out, by the way, breaking news. Congratulations, world. It's time for peace. Do we think that that's is that good news? Is it like, maybe Iran's reached out and been like, yo, DJT, let's just have a rap battle rather than go to war? That might be a good thing. Maybe it will. Maybe it not. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully that is the end of it. That would be good news, wouldn't it? That would be good news. We will have to see if that plays out. I am actually, it must be on Truth Social, by the way, they're putting it out there. So, yeah, fingers crossed we can get that. Hopefully we can get that. That'll be good news as well. So, yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So, good news. Right. This also just, confirms what I was talking about earlier. Lost sellers rose 29%, i.e. those people that bought in at the top and sold on the panic. Yeah. Pretty crazy if you ask me. A dance-off. Yeah, can you imagine? A Trump dance-off. Stanton, what's going on? What's going on? Really? Yeah. Andrew Gibson, it looks like this is what's been allegedly just announced here. Let me, I forget that you guys can't see it on TikTok, so I apologize. Let me just flip the old camera. Booyakasha. There you go. Look, Donald Trump now coming in and saying, congratulations, world. It is time for peace. So we're all down for it. I'm down for it. Hopefully that's where we get to. I just realized you might have just absolutely got my forehead as big as you could possibly imagine there. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys. So yeah, hopefully we get that. Just waiting for the coin to moon. I'm all about it. I am all about it. Fingers crossed we get this. Like I said, BTC holding 103. Looking solid, if you ask me. And like I said, fingers crossed we continue to see a new move. I think it all depends what happens in the next 24 hours. So, but yeah, fingers crossed. Nothing crazy goes on. Maybe the Fed decides that they're going to print. I tell you what we haven't looked at, actually, which might be interesting given everything that's come out today. What do the interest rate indicators really show us? Are we about to see some potential market push down or not? Let's see. Great time to buy if you had any money. That's true. Yeah, that's true. So where are we at? Oh, interesting. Interesting. We're actually up about 10% now. 22.7% feel we might get an interest rate cut coming in on the 30th of July. So stick that one on your calendar because it might be about to get pretty tasty. Hopefully, you never know. That might be bullish. Really wish they would move up so I can stop buying. I mean, that's true, yeah. It's like, I'm sick of buying the dips. I've no money left. JJ says, I just bought a bag of Algo. Nice. I think you've done well with Algo. Loads of people are going to miss that. I've been talking about Algo now for about 6 months. And I actually think that is going to be, it hits every metric on ISO 222 and it's undervalued versus like things like HBAR and all the rest of it. So I don't think you've done a bad shout there. Again, not financial advice. You buy what you think is the right thing, but I don't think that is a bad buy at all. He actually wrote, congratulations, world. It's time for peace. You nearly got me. Not quite though. Not quite. 2 dates left. Give me a clue. Give me a clue. First buy only up 50% from the very bottom. Nice. I like it. Like your style, JJ. That's how you do it. Go in, 50% buy. Don't go crazy. Don't dump everything in. Not a bad shout at all. Look at this. 103,928. Come on, everybody. Hit the like button. Tap that screen. Let's get it moving. We can get this over 104,000. Believe in the power of this channel. You guys can make it happen. I believe. And that's R. Kelly, isn't it? Probably should stay away from that. Anyway, the SEC. Yeah, what's happening with that? Remind me. Oh, you mean the XRP? Okay, I'm a bit confused. Maybe I'm just not quite on the same page. Thanks for the ice cream cone 37. I appreciate it, my man. I appreciate that. Imagine we get the rate cuts. Trump just needs to use a wee bit of reverse psychology and Jerome and it'll happen. Yeah. Hi, Jerome, it's Trump. Yeah, don't bother rate cuts. Not interested. We need some money to repay for get these bombs rebuilt. Don't worry about it. Imagine that. It'd be pretty crazy, wouldn't it? That would be pretty crazy. I bet something else happens and we dump again. Maybe. What do you think for gaming coins so cheap at the moment? Gaming coins. I mean, I've heard Marbitz. Marbitz is pretty good. That's a DeFi play. Just saying. What else from gaming part? I mean, not necessarily gaming directly, but, you know, I still think AVAX has got some nice potentials, given the fact that there's loads being built over there. The trouble you've got the altcoin market is it's just obliterated right now. That's the problem. That is the problem, and we need to see this kind of move up. So, Virtuals, I think, does some sort of gaming stuff. Depending where you want to go, Floki Inu has been holding up pretty well. That's got a game on it, I believe. I'm not saying. Although Sandbox is up nearly 12%, I think, on the day, which is pretty crazy. Superverse, yeah, Superverse having a pretty decent move. A Beam, I think, has one. So, yeah, I mean, it depends. If you believe in, like, true, hardcore, off-the-grid style, you know, gaming, then you probably want to go in the blockchain they're built on as opposed to these specific games. But, you know, still decent, by the way. Still decent. I have Gala and Miles down from a while ago. Yeah, Gala's a challenge right now, definitely. Justin Sally, part of the process. Don't get emotional. Let the markets take the thing. True. I'm sick of buying the dip. Yeah. AVAX 124 now. I'm listening. It's rough. Yeah, AVAX is like down bad. But I still think it has an opportunity for sure. For sure. Bullish on AVAX, and my kids have been talking about that game. They are doing. My kids are 12. Yeah, off the grid. I actually have it. I've tried to play it a couple of times, but it's super difficult. Especially when you've done like Fortnite or, you know, PUBG, and you like go and try and play that. It's pretty crazy. I am getting into a world where I actually think I need to upgrade my computer, to be honest. I think my computer is coming towards its last legs, and I probably need to upgrade her. She's been a good servant to me for a number of years, but it probably feels like it's getting to the point now where I need to upgrade her. But yeah. We will see where we get to on that. Right, come on, Bitcoin. We are nearly there. Look at this. Will it, people? 103,993. I believe 104 is coming if we just hit the like button some more. I reckon if we get over 50 likes, this will hit 104. That's just my opinion. I might be wrong, but yeah. Echelon Prime, yeah, good shout. Like Echelon Prime. Keep tapping that like button, everybody. Look at this. 103,990, 994. You're doing it, people. You guys are making this happen right now. Come on, baby. Let's get it above there. DJ and Brian's in the house. Good on, buddy. Welcome to you. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, we just broke 5,000 likes as well on TikTok. We're definitely going above 104, baby. What a wild day. I love it, though. I would not change this market for anything. Here we go. 103,998. Someone scream. Hey. 54 likes, bullish on 5,000 likes here, and boom, we break 104. Now we're just retracing a little bit with all those sell-offs and crazy people that just got liquidated and all the rest of it. But yeah, still bullish. We don't write the rules, we just enforce them. Hit that like button, actually put us, yeah, see, that's exactly right, Craig. Exactly right. People think I'm joking when I say that, but I'm really not. So yeah, fingers crossed we can continue this nice momentum into tomorrow as well. So yeah, we don't want to see a dump arena tomorrow. Let's close above 104. That's going to be a pretty bullish thing. If you ask me. So what happened? Well, not a lot really, and that's probably the good thing. That is probably the good thing. But yeah, Bitcoin back above 104 is a very interesting move. You start to look at this back up. You know, what can we do next? Tomorrow we start to push back up, retest 106. I mean, imagine that. Would be a pretty crazy day. So yeah. If BTC render super AOZ and Echelon, nice. Andrew Gibson, I like your style. Yeah, Echelon Prime was one that I thought about getting into, but didn't in the end. I think I went with Aethia instead, so hope it as well. What was the regulation news? It's all about the risk asset management on banks, basically. Risk reputation, it's called. Friday, poor man, PCE. So risk reputation, how they deem an asset on a risk basis on the metrics they look at. So, you know, basically it's good news for cryptocurrency. That's the reality of it. So yeah, hopefully. What's up, 2-Bit? What's going on, Mr. Selmo? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. The altcoin propaganda machine is rather quiet. No crazy price targets, just quiet out there. Yeah, that's true. Altcoins are really struggling at the minute. But, you know, fingers crossed, as capital flows into Bitcoin, we should, and I still am very optimistic for an altcoin rally. I really am. Alt season coming. Well, it generally moves about a month after Bitcoin. So, you know, we might see a little bit of a push up in alts over the course of maybe the next couple of weeks, which I think would be good. Curtis, stick to DeFi. The trouble you're going to have is when you convert to fiat. But we're going to be walking through that over the course of the next 6 months so that we're absolutely up to speed on what that looks like. M2, yeah, well, we decoupled from M2, so we're going to have to wait and see. There was China injected a ton of capital into their housing economy. The US, not so much. UK, likewise. We haven't really done anything too crazy. So we'll see what happens with that. But fingers crossed we can see that as well. June is traditionally the alt bottom. There you go. I'm all about it. Let's hope so. Today just proves that the Asian markets and the US markets work together. The bulls can win. We've seen the US markets dumping a lot, actually. We've seen the market dumping. Started staking XCN at 28%. Nice. Nice, yeah. Aerodrome Finance staking rewards have gone up as well. The price is coming down, but the actual staking rewards are going up. So, yeah, I'm all about that as well. That's good news. We're all about it. We're just all about maximizing our potential here in the markets. You know we're all about making those gains. So make sure you keep tapping that like. We're at nearly 7. Well, man, we could hit like 10,000 likes ASAP here. How's the crypto? An interesting vid today? Yeah, I haven't seen it, actually. I haven't seen it, but yeah, look at this. 22% APR on Aerodrome Finance, baby. We're already at 40 bucks. Let's get it, Aerodrome. Again, could absolutely be the native token of base chain, which would be pretty crazy. So yeah. Yeah, basically crackerjack. Yeah, it's definitely something to be mindful of. Definitely something to be mindful of. You seen the new midnight airdrop news? I have not. I have not. I've heard about some new projects launching pretty soon, though, but none of them really appeal to me in sort of too crazy world. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. BNB's up as well. 633 bucks on BNB. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? That is pretty crazy. So yeah, Bitcoin is up. Yeah, we know about that. Thanks, Trust Wallet, you massive chopper, just telling me that it's already up. Thanks. I've got 1.1 million. I should have been doing it months ago. What on XCN staking? Yeah, what's the total locked Marbitz for staking market? But what is the total locked Marbitz for staking in market cap value? We don't have tokens locked for staking. Just what people put in there. But I think it's about 10%. Yeah, Asian markets started the info this morning. Yeah, we did move the markets. We actually had a very bullish open. The European markets opened as well, which was great. Obviously, with the whole Iran thing, that's where it got a little bit weird and a bit sketchy, and everyone was a bit like, oh, this might be bad news. We might be going to zero. And then obviously Iran did what they did, which was launch like 13 missiles. Everyone was a bit like, whatever. And then, we've kind of moved on. Hopefully to bigger and better and continuation to the upside. Fingers crossed. Midnight snapshot done and Hoskinson going on Sean Ryan. Wow. That could be pretty interesting. 1.1 million XCN. All right, nice. I haven't actually seen the price of XCN for a while. It was pumping a little bit earlier on. As are the rest of the altcoin markets, by the way. Looking super bullish. XCN is about 7%. Nice. I mean, you'll take 7%, won't you? 7% is decent. Blazer says sell everything. Let's sit tight for a minute. Ivan Fire bought it right. Yeah, it was. I mean, there's lots of hypotheses and theories going around that it's all a big stage thing. And I say stage, it's not really. It's like a deliberate move, but yeah, we'll see. Haven't they tried to? Yeah, with 13 missiles, of which every single one of them got shot down. It was the most limp effort in the world. Bear in mind, if you think they've launched like hundreds of missiles into Israel, it's kind of like, do you know when you try something, if it's really hot, or I don't know if you guys have ever put your hand on an electric fence, you sort of go, ooh. That's basically what Iran did. They were like, oh, we probably need to do something, otherwise we've got to save face from the actual kind of Ayatollah and stuff. So they've sort of gone, yeah, launch a few, but don't do anything crazy. Like, we definitely do not want to go into war with the US. It's a bit like they've kind of gone, oh, it's hot, and just sort of gone, well, have some of that without really doing anything crazy. So yeah, that's my opinion anyway. That's my opinion. Andrew just got the number 3 gifted badge as well. Shout out to you. Adios, Andrew Gibson. We appreciate you, my man. Thank you for tuning in to us tonight. Hopefully be back tomorrow. Like I said, make sure you're tapping the screen, sharing this out. Also, by the way, let's hit up that like button on YouTube. Let's get over like 70 likes at least. Cody Mac just followed the live. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. See you later, Andrew. Don't trust US Navy ships around. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true. They fired like loads of tomahawks and all sorts of crazy stuff happened. But like throwing a ball, then shouting heads. Yeah. Or playing golf and shouting 4. Yeah, I will definitely take a look at it, Andrew, for sure. I will definitely have a look. 100%. 100%. How's SHX looking? Oh, man, come on. You know I don't like looking at stuff like that because I always know that I'm going to be disappointed. Oh, and 12% up on the day. You winding me up $200 million. You kidding? Oh, my God. It's on its way to new all-time highs. I literally hate you guys. I hate you guys so much. What the hell? Yeah, exactly, Holmes. You got it, mate. You got it. Man, look at SHX. Man, I sold that down here somewhere. It's wild. That is wild. Such a giant disappointment. So cheers for that, Cheese. Yeah, thanks for letting me bring that chart up. Super bullish on that. Thank you. 450 entry, Andrew Gibson. All right, I'll definitely take a look at it for sure. Definitely take a look at it. We can't do it. It's not we can't get it on DeFi, can we? It's not like we can buy it on cryptocurrency, by the way. Yeah, it does look like it. Excuse me 1 second. Oh, to be done with the BTC to not have to do overtime. Is it? Where are we at? We're not really dumping, are we? Ah, come on. 1037. Get out of here. That's not dumping. That's fine. That's fine. SHX is my retirement plan. Man, I'm so annoyed about that. So annoyed about it. Should get close to the dollar in the future. Shut up, Tim. Shut up, Tim. Oh, man. Doug SHX, if you can't wait for that. Yeah, I mean, fair play. Fair play. I'm bullish on you guys winning. So, yeah, I mean, let's hope it does. Let's hope it does. I am all for you guys absolutely making the best gains you can. Dag is poor man's wife leaving money. What? Hargreaves. Okay, yeah, it's a stock market play. All right, yeah, I'll definitely take a look at it. Definitely take a look at it for sure. I mean, hopefully, if you guys, if it goes to $1, I'm sure you guys will be like, hey, 2-bit, there's, $50 or whatever. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. Maybe you'll subscribe to TikTok. That'd be great news. Man, we still broke 10,000 likes on here, so don't forget the like button. And if you're bullish, subscribe, by the way, people. You know what to do. Super, super easy. All of your interaction massively helps out the channel. Tomorrow, Blazer, I got you hooked up, buddy. It's coming tomorrow. Make sure you're ready for it. Make sure you're ready for it. It's going to be good. Tabby Camp is my sugar mama. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds crazy. But remember when I said that to you? What the hell are you guys talking about, you lunatics? Man, you guys are just talking about absolute nonsense in the chat. Nonsense in the chat. Okay. That's, I think we're kind of there. We are. Where are we at? We're about 5 minutes left of the show. About 5-10 minutes. So, yeah, we can hang out a little bit. 37 says 10K. Let's go, baby. Boom. 50p for SHS profits for 2-bit. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Yeah, 10,000 likes is bullish right now. Man, I can't wait till we're like super crazy here with like 100 people in this live. We'll get there as well. So you want to be part of the La Familia Madrigal. You know what to do. You know what to do. Okay, there is a little bit of breaking news coming out of Israel. Says Israel expands evacuation warning for Tehran. The IDF has dropped leaflets warning residents of Tehran's District 7 to evacuate immediately. Shariati and Eglabad streets are marked as red. The next target zone for Israel strikes on Iran's military. Civilians just have hours to leave before the bombs fall. This comes hours after Israel launched it against aerial. So Israel is like not messing about. They're like absolutely keep going. So yeah, next 24 hours still going to be critical. I'm not in a world where I'd think we're completely out of it, but let's see. Let's see. Yeah, hopefully we don't get anything kind of too crazy. Excuse me. Ooh. 37 reached level 9 of the fan club. What's going on, 37, you massive legend? Appreciate you. Remember those days not too long ago where over 200 viewers were? Did they all go on your... Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Marcus PJ. Yeah, I mean, it's life, isn't it? Like, it is life, unfortunately. So, we're still holding up. Do you know what I mean? We've got like 70 people, 400 views. That's okay. That's okay. But yeah, it's hard work right now. Like the whole of like crypto YouTube is just a grind arena right now. So like I said, though, you've got to stay consistent. We've got to keep working. We've got to keep making things happen. And hopefully our time of max sending will come. Like, similar to kind of building out here on TikTok as well. Crypto King, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that. Just got to keep going, haven't we? We just got to keep moving, keep grinding, keep making things happen. And, eventually we'll be all fine, in my opinion. In my opinion. I think the time for you to go live is too late for some. Yeah, I can't go live any earlier though. That's the problem. I think he's playing with his banana. Who's that? But yeah, I can't go live any earlier than what I do, unfortunately. But yeah, 4 p.m. Eastern. It depends. For UK people and probably Europeans, it maybe is a little bit late, but yeah. We've always done it this time. It's fine. It's fine. Blocky. Yeah, I heard about Blocky. I've seen a couple of people talking about it. I don't know much about it, but yeah, I've definitely heard people talking about Blocky. So, again, I'll take a look at it for sure. Take a look at it for sure. What's going on, Jeremer? Or how do you say that? J-R-E Mister. I don't know how you say it. Sorry, I just absolutely butchered. Too late for us. Shut up, Curse. Shut up, Curtis. Definitely not too late for you, you massive chopper. You got it dialed in, bro. You got it dialed in. Oh, dear me. It's all gravy, though, if you ask me. Hey, the Thursday Hammer, or the Thunder Hammer. Thank you, 37. Appreciate that, my man. Appreciate it. What's all the baby gravy talk about? It's just like a statement, isn't it? It's all gravy, baby. It's like on it like a car bonnet. That's another one. Or on it like a car bonnet. I'm gonna be like a tramp on chips. That's a good one. Blocky's a good meme to trade. Interesting. If I miss the show at night, I listen and drive into work each morning. John Shaw, you absolute hero. Thank you for that. Again, the best way to drive markets and the best way to pump channels, just by engaging as a community, we can make things happen. If you're on TikTok, just tapping that follow button. Also, just tapping the screen. Likewise, if you're here on YouTube, hit the like button, drop a comment, make sure you subscribe. All of that, nothing happens why just, me speaking, basically. You're talking gibberish, in my opinion. My boss actually sent me a message today that literally was gibberish. I mean, it was proper gibberish. Jesus, I had no idea what he said, but anyway. But that's really how you kind of get things going. So yeah, if you want to help the channel, it is dead easy. Just simply tap the screen, lock a like in, drop a comment, do all that good stuff. It does massively help out. So don't ever think it doesn't. It's a game of, YouTube wants people to be watching content and that's how you got to do it. That's how you got to do it. So yeah, right. Anyway, where are we sitting? 103,814 current price of Bitcoin. Market's holding up pretty well. If you've got any questions, any thoughts, views, opinions, do drop them in the chat. I'll try and answer them. We've probably got about, 5 minutes left of the stream, whatever. And likewise on TikTok, if you haven't already hit the follow button, then please do so. We drop alpha content as well as keeping you posted on all the news going on in the markets right here. It is dead simple. The only crypto channel that you ever need is right here in front of you. So hit the follow button. And if you're on YouTube, I don't know what those words were. And if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Definitely worth your time, just in my opinion, by the way. Right. Good. We're all gravy. You guys are just having like a separate conversation by yourselves. So that's fine. Don't worry about me. It's fine. I'll just find something else to talk about. I might talk about the price of Bitcoin back to 104,000. That could be pretty good. Bencoin, man, that thing's... I didn't realize he was still in prison, actually. I really didn't realize that he was still in prison, which is kind of crazy to me as well. How long did he get, by the way? Does anyone know? Yeah, John, what's going on? Blessings, we're back. We're definitely moving a bit, John, which is good news. Good news, for sure. Poor Pops, because you guessed in euros, maybe. But yeah, how long did anyone know how long did BitBoy get in prison? Let's have a look. It was only for like threatening a judge or something, wasn't it? No, I'm not saying that that's not a bad thing, by the way. Ben Armstrong lands in jail allegedly. What does it say? 70 days. He must not be far off then. Specific reason behind Armstrong's arrest on March 25th. So 70 days. March. Are you sure? Feels like he's got longer than that. Oh no, he got no. Oh no, that was 23. Okay, that's 2023. I thought that was now. No, he's actually in prison, I believe, isn't he? I believe he's actually in prison. I might be wrong though. Ben SBF and Caroline are all going at it. I mean, that is the horrible thing to think about, isn't it? That is a horrible thing to think about. He called the judge the C word. Is that it, really? I got a moment of thought, how when you eat really spicy food, they drink milk. How come you never hear anyone drinking a milk Buddha? It is a profound thought. That was what I would say. That is what I would say. So look at this. Bitcoin retesting, potentially 104 again. Like it. I like the bulls are back. Altcoins are moving. And I think we're in for a pretty nice close on the day. So I'm all for it, baby. I think they added to it. Yeah, I think there was all sorts of there was stuff with drugs and guns and all sorts of crazy stuff, I think. But yeah, I just feel like he's sort of blown back into my timeline on YouTube again. But anyway, who knows? Who knows? Ben is shopping with SBF. I mean, he probably is, in fairness. Probably is. Just got those wallets hidden that he's going to max gains when he gets out. You know it. We know what you're about, Ben. Got to be careful. Got to be careful in this market. You can never trust anyone. That's my opinion. We don't talk anymore. Boo, boo, boo. We don't talk anymore. Boo, 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 boo. We don't talk anymore. Hey, 37, thank you for all the support. I appreciate it, my man. Very bullish of you. So anyway, I think that's about it, guys. We are at the hour mark. In fact, we're just over about an hour and 5 minutes. So yeah, Tubi, what do you think about the new CDC credit cards? I don't know anything about CDC credit cards. What have they done differently to what they had before? The Visa, 8% back. I mean, so many people don't like crypto.com, though. That's the problem, isn't it? That is the problem. But, yeah, so what have we got? Midnight Blue. Here we go, look. Ruby Steel. These ones, I'm assuming. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like crypto.com as an exchange. I feel their customer service is bad. Crypto.com, CDC cards are bullish on Crow. Yeah, I have a Coinbase card. Yeah. Tubi, what's a decent wallet like? As in, do you mean like a non-custodial wallet? I have a Ledger, basically. A Ledger Nano S, I think it is. Crow was 79 cents. Now, well, ouch. Wow. Is that what Crow is? I haven't looked at it for ages. Ages. I don't even think we have it on our list. Oh, yeah, we do. 8.2. Yeah, that's painful. That is painful. Also, by the way, this is absolutely donezo as well. I think this is never going back up. Just FYI. Just my opinion. I might be wrong, but just my opinion. Hey, Faek, what's going on? Elvis Cole says, alt, question mark. I don't know what that means. Ponke's in the house. Well, what's going on, chaps? Welcome. If you think about, you might be talking about altcoin markets. I mean, look, we're up nearly 4% on the altcoin markets right now. So, yeah, Bitcoin retesting 104. Pretty bullish, if you ask me. I'm here representing the altcoin bulls. Ponke, you legend. We are getting off in a minute, though. I use Tangum, but want another similar type to Descent. Yeah, so I have a Legend Nano S, and it's pretty good, I think. Depends what you want to hold on, though. That's important. Crow ETF coming is submitted. Yeah, there's a few in there. Solana, AVAX. We'll see. One more low, though. 96.4. Man, Ponke's crazy. Ponke's out of control right now. A low. Man, I hope not. I hope not. Anyway, with that being said, everybody, I am getting out of here. Bitcoin, we're leaving at about 103,900. That's a pretty good move. All being said, with a solid day. And likewise, SHX is just over 1 cent. So pretty good. Michael says, hello to a bit. How are you doing? I'm good. I'm good. We are getting up and getting out of here. So if you haven't already hit the subscribe button, do so. If you haven't hit the follow button on TikTok as well, hit that follow button. We are here every single day, bringing you the latest and greatest in cryptocurrency. I will obviously sort this weird stuff out with my teeth for tomorrow. But yeah, summer bear market. Nah, ZZZ. No chance, mate. No chance. And join us tomorrow where we'll be discussing it all. As always, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you tomorrow. Thank you.